Good afternoon, targeted individuals, 12 tribes of Israel that don't know that they're being programmed right now. Um, I knew this for a while. I just realized that it does affect you. We are programmable. It takes a lot of willpower and energy to not do what they program you to do. Um, First of all, I would like to give all my glory to Yahweh Shai, Yahweh, God, Yahweh Shai. And second of all, I want y'all to try not to pay attention to him. You know, you know, you know, you gonna mess up sometimes. Don't be afraid to go out. Let them do what they do. The ones that are doing what they do, they're programmed. That's all what it is. That's why you always see the phone in the hand. That's from programming. You got the regular light, then you got the high beam light, then you have the yellow light, then you have the one light, then you have the flashing lights. And the hospital, the ambulance things is to put fear in you because you are slaves. Your ancestors were slaves, and don't let the stuff scare you. I don't let it scare me at all. Because either whatever they're trying to do, either God knows it, whatever spiritual being that's in the Bible, they know that. And you have to stand to the end. You have to endure. Like, you know, today is a Sabbath, so, in this evening, Friday evening, I get into the Word. You probably won't see me until Saturday afternoon. But, all the races that are programmed, it's like clockwork. They are like bees, and from what I hear, the B negatives and the AB negatives, they work like a hive. So, like, when I first came across this, it happened to me at a Walmart parking lot. It also happened to somebody else. I seen that. I didn't know what it was. I just knew people was messing with me. You know, um, they do little stuff like this. They sit in front of your house. I'm gonna show you. They do little stuff like this. They sit in front of your house. They're programmed. You know, just don't bother them. As long as they ain't pulling the gun at you, just don't bother them. Pray. You know, for what I get it. If you're meditating, do that. Don't let nobody bring your meditation down. Meditation is good for you. You know, meditate. Then you're gonna get the ones that drive by like that and looking straight ahead. They don't never turn their face around. I'm gonna tell you how the beehive work. It is what it is. It's what they do. You just gotta ignore it. When I go in the store, when you got a million people around you, those are probably the B negatives or the AB negatives. Some positives, but they that's like that's how they communicate. Um, I wouldn't be surprised if the people are not real. I've noticed some today that for me, just paying attention and last night, um, information. We don't, information is something they get from you. I hope they enjoy the information they got from me because that's just something that I put in my head. And as I was doing what I was doing, I was, you know, telling them I'm a slut. I was telling them that I wasn't worthy. So if they're gonna give me negative things and want to read negative stuff, so I just gave it to them. I know how they do that. You know, that's why the Most High wants us ourselves, and not sleeping with nobody and talking to them, because information is everything. You know, information is everything. You know, see how they just come by and they have the white car, or you see the red burgundy car, or you see they you know when they know you got their color code down, but I really know what the color code is though. Like some people don't. You know, they do the stuff like that, and you know they don't even look at you. Like if I was driving, I always look in the neighborhood and see what people's doing. They just look straight ahead, like they don't even know you're on the porch. Come on now, you know. And usually when I do what I do, this is how they do it. I gotta see what my dog. They stole my dad dog, but sometimes I'm just keeping it real. You know, sometimes it's hard to tell. It's hard to tell if it's hard to tell. Like on the real though, all the cars are messed up. It's like a curse. If and it is a curse on the 12 tribes. So you be thinking your stuff is broken. No, they messing with your car. It's not. You, it's a curse. It's in the Bible. Curses and blessings. It's in the Bible. Your cars be messed up like this. They, simple stuff breaks off of them. You know. Then try not to pay attention to all the cars, because most of the cars like nowadays, they all are Chevys. You know, these people are poor. They're giving them stuff that they never had, man. And actually, some of these people are wrecking their cars. You know, that was another one. See how they just drive by pretty fast. See the light. That's what they do. You know, just see how close he got to that car. That's a Edomite. You know, that's how it is. You see how close he got to that car. You know, they do the little. That's the little programming thing. You know, same time. You know, it's just weak stuff. Like if you let stuff like that bother you, you're a weak individual if you let stuff like that bother you. At first when it starts, you don't really know what's going on, but I do. If you looked at gang stalking when they was doing what they was doing, I didn't know, but now it's like it's even more dangerous down here than it is up in Indianapolis, though. Um, a lot of the RH factors, RH negatives, O negatives, your genes are back to Egypt. A lot of y'all don't really know that the reason why they're doing this to you. You're getting upset. It keeps you on a low frequency. You won't get right. You won't find God. So it's like you're being distracted. You have groups of everybody on the group talking about the gifts, and God gave you gifts. For instance, my grandpa, he was a part of the coat thing. The coats are like sororities, all the major things that you hear. I don't really try to say their names because they really are. It's not that I'm afraid. It's just right now I have kids. I'm trying to at least, you know, your kids get color because of the curse. It's gonna be red and black. You're gonna see them in it, think they're a part of it, when it's not. It's all disguised. It's all about you finding God and creating that covenant and start to walk right. A lot of you are from the tribe of Israel, the 12 tribes of Israel, and it's all about that because we're coming out of 400 years of slavery in the Hebrewic calendar in March the 20th. And it's like I said, it's not just one race. If you got white people that's going through it, they're going to see their own people driving through and messing with them, and they're going to see black people, they're going to see Mexicans, you're going to see it all. You're going to see somebody holding a phone. Don't let that stuff bother you. You're going to see the same car 30 times, different colors. Like there's another Grand Marquis. You're going to see it all the time, and it's going to be like everything that you grew up seeing, you're going to see it. So I mean, the only thing I can tell you is what I do. I do what God say. He say obey his law, statutes, and commandments. Um, and once you obey them, it's just read the Bible. Genesis, Exodus, Deuteronomy. You read those Bibles, the five books in the Bible, and it tells you about the blessings and the curses. And once you start walking right and living right, um, which that's gonna it's not gonna happen overnight. You just gotta humble yourself down. You're gonna fall. I've done it. Even coming into the faith, I've backslid again. Because the thing is, you have all these devices, and when your head is hurting, what they hitting you with the lights, you know, it's hurting, and your head is hurting, and it's what it's doing is what you're being programmed, and that's what happens. You fall back. That's why God say try. He says try to obey his law, statutes, and commandments because of the fact of what they do. Like, I had to realize something. Like, I realized a lot of things that I'm not gonna say because I know the people that's around me, they're watching my videos. I'm not stupid, but they if they think I'm stupid, then so be it. And if they think that I'm smart, then so be it too. So I'm gonna make it a riddle like they do. At least I don't cheat to figure them out. And they just and a lot of the times, like right now, it all depends on where you at. Cause like in the South, it's not really good for me to be here, and I got to really watch my back. And really stay prayed up because you really can lose your life because a lot of things are going on down here that I don't know about. And I realized that a lot of people don't know that, man. you know I lost an uncle. He was a targeted individual. They try to make you get on medication. When you get on medication, then nothing can control you. You're not gonna do what God say. The medication is gonna make you just stupid. you know um it's a lot of things that's on us, and y'all just got to stay prayed up and do what you got to do. um I don't know what more to say. Is that everything that you're doing as a targeted individual, you're just being distracted. It's all about where you're from, it's all about you. They're going to keep coming because your God made it some type of way not to that you can't be programmed. You're going to have, I mean, every cop that's going to go by you, and just be nice to them. You see people, be nice to them, but don't be naive, man. You're going to have everybody watching you, and just do what God say do. He just said, um, love your enemy, but don't be naive to it. You feel me? Pick and choose who you help. You know what I'm saying? Because you are being set up in some ways. And then sometimes the enemy or the handler could be your friend, the one that's hanging around you. You know, it can be your family member, the one, but if the family member, even if they're not doing and you're not seeing them trying to make a change, then you can distinguish who it is. But for what I'm saying, it's better off for you to be by yourself and keep working, keep putting up with what you have to do, but also um, learning about what's going on. And I'm going to get y'all there, period. It's about the Most High. It's about whatever you call him, Jesus. He's going to tell you to come out of the church. You're not going to be able to go to the church and worship because they got false idols in the church. It's all designed for you to fail. So you have to worship God at home. And God just say worship him on the Sabbath day, which is the seventh day, which is Saturday, which is Friday afternoon. Or I start about Friday around 8, and I do it to Saturday to 8. And then he said give him your time. That's like no TV. Just get in the word, read the word, learn the word. If you Israelite, if you're from the tribe, it's gonna come easy to you. It's just going to take time. Another thing, the houses that you live in, if you're getting sick and you're trying to figure out why you're getting sick, it's black mold these houses are already pre-set up for you to get one. If you look for a house and you get it, it's pre-set up for you to get it. So you can be in a house that's just full of mold. You know, it's everything that they're doing with the cars is programming, beta, um, data. Is different types of programming. Um, the thing about me is that I know how to protect myself, but it's just the point that you try to do it the right way, but don't never approach the the perp, you know, if they want to argue with you, tell them God bless you and just go. If you got to back up and walk backwards, do that. Don't never turn your back on them, you know. Make sure, you know, like have a little dog or something. The dog tells you who's evil or not because they're gonna bark at them. They know what their intentions are, and it's just the truth. You're gonna keep seeing the same cars, so stop thinking about that. Focus on, you know, your Howard Shy. Um, they're gonna hit you with rays. Um, the dog gonna know whenever they do something to you, the dog is gonna bark, and that's when they shoot you with a ray or whatever they hit you with. You're gonna know because the dog is gonna bark. You're gonna know the person that's intentionally to hurt you because before they turn on the block. Usually when I go outside, usually when I go outside, she wants to go outside with me. You know, I encourage you to get some type of animal. Um, um, right now I'm waiting on a Saffatire. I had a Saffatire back then, and um, to keep it all the way real, like it was happening when I came home. Like my family was doing what they was doing when I came home, and then you're gonna have, like, for instance, they know my occupation, so they're gonna set things up. Like you're gonna be set up with a stage, you know, but you still show them kindness, and they once that they do that, they all gonna do their thing with their phone. Just accept it, because all of them gonna have Apple phones. And I'm like, how can you afford this phone and got a raggedy car? It's just common sense, you know. But it's all based on you. You have to find the Most High. Yeah, I get tortured, but you know what? It's not like that. Like if they're saying, like, some of these people are acting fake, and some of these people work for them, and they're being tortured, and yeah, you're gonna get the radiation. You are Rh negative. You really are a gene that they're trying to figure out why you can't catch cancer, why these things are happening. They're gonna try to figure it out, and you gotta figure it out. You know, you gotta figure it out. You know, you gotta tell yourself. I mean, for me, I stay reading, and let me tell you something. The Bible tells you about it. It tells you about the gang stalking. Your friends turn on friends. Dad's like, man, you just don't know. Like, you really have to. And I'm gonna tell you something. You better love God more than you love your family. I'm trying to tell you now, because your family, you know, it's gonna be. For instance, if you have, like, for instance, you got your dad, mom, and then you got your brothers and sisters, and then their dad, then they gotta have a brother and their cousin. It's gonna be one out of every family that's gonna be like what we're going through. It's gonna be one out of every family that's gonna go through that. You're gonna know that, but you can't let nobody know that y'all know, you know. And then it's a lot of ways you can tell if somebody um, program. They're gonna keep the phone in their face. They're not gonna drop it. It's gonna stay in their hands. They can't keep it out of their hands. And a lot of them are so scary that this. But you know, I usually say something like, and it's not good to do it, but every now and then I ask God to forgive me, and I usually say, like, God is gonna get you, right. And I just tell him like this, say, that when he comes to get us, we come back and do the same thing to you, but we get to kill you, you know. And usually they run out. you know. He's gonna they're gonna throw girls that you like. If you're a male, they're gonna go throw the type of girl that you like. They know everything about you, and they know, and they even, and I wouldn't doubt, if you have a smart TV, they even watch you have sex with the girls. You know, they loved me having sex with whoever I was having sex with at the time. And like now, when I stop having sex, they know, they got, I don't really care. I stop, but they're gonna put the type of women that you like. Uh, uh, um, they gonna do that, and it's just gonna be the same time. You're gonna see the same car pass like 30 times, 30 times. And that's all what they do, you know. Lusting. It's all about God and Satan. And the ones that are riding against you, they done already turned their life to Satan for materialistic things. So you have to, and in the same time, like, I keep it real with you. And I'm not gonna tell on the people, but when you do right, it conquers. You know, you got to know what you're going against, and what you're really going against is called seven deadly sins. Is what the world is doing, and you're not like them. So they are pretty much trying to get you out of here, because if God made this many of us, you see the cars, you see the same colors, the grays. It's just to mess with you, and you just don't ignore it, And when they see you out here on the phone talking, they'll slow down, and then when you get off, somebody's sitting down the street somewhere in a car listening. They usually sit over here in this parking lot right there. They usually sit right there in that parking lot, or right there on that corner right there in that parking lot, and they listen. They got devices. They usually know. I know who all my perps are. I know who all my perps are. And I just look down. How you doing, Miss Angela Bates? But you gotta understand, this is just what it is. But it's your calling, and you to get your life straight. And I go everywhere. They don't really bother me like that. I have a a seminar tonight on the RH negatives, our blood types. We are really, y'all, when you really get into the word and really just understand who you are, like, our tribe has been mixed up so badly that it we've been turning against each other. Like, you got white, black, Mexicans against black and white, or the Mexicans are over the blacks, and you got the Indians that's in their own. It's like all of these tribes, you see the cars, they just, and it's sad, it's just old people. It's a lot of old people too. So you can't, I be nice to them, and they usually, and some of them, I don't see them no more. They'll try to switch their thing up because they don't want you to see them all the time. And when I do see them all the time, I let them know. I just pull them up nicely and say nicely. I say, man, did I do anything to hurt you? I said, I just tell them the truth. I said, I forgive you, and forgive them. And then, like I talk to my neighbors. I know what they do to me, but I talk to them because God say love them. And they leave. Sometimes they leave their house and go bother other people instead of bothering me. You know, the curse is what it is. Like, the curse is what it is. Like, for the black race, man, I feel sorry for us because we keep doing the same thing. Like, it's like we love being what we are. We love being dirt. You know, I understand about programming, but man, is it worth your soul? You know, is it worth your soul? It's not. Everybody's. I'm not. When you do what God says, and this is, trust me when I tell you, this is about It's not about religion. It's about who we are. And the Bible talks about the tribes, the 12 tribes of Israel. We are His people that are being persecuted. It's in the Bible. Nobody wants to read it, but that's how they control you, through religion. The preachers that are preaching, they are paid by the government that puts them in a covenant with Baal. It's what they call a 501c3. You know, I've got very smart about it. I mean, 6 months ago, you can go to my other page. It was called DJ Sippi, Sippi, Sippi. You can go to that page, DJ Sippi Gang Stalking, and look at me then and look at me now. You'd be like, wow. I was whacked out. All of us is on drugs or something. We're doing something wrong. What I did wrong was pretty much being different and fornicating, running with the devil. That's what we do. We do what we want to do. And God says, you know what? He says, well, I gave you these gifts and you're not using them right. And so he allowed them to do this stuff to us. But as we start believing again and start coming to him for our money, coming to him, because I had money and everything when this stuff happened to me, and I lost it all because I was cherishing it. I'm going to tell you just like this. If you are going through this stuff right here, it's a blessing, because at least you can make it. A lot of these people are not going to make it. It can be heaven. It can be to the next dimension. But whatever we go to, you're going to make it. Even if they put you down before your time, you tried. And that's all you have to do. You have to try. I believe that this is all a test from God to get closer to him. And it's like I don't put no other God before him. But I just want y'all to know, how you doing, Miss Lady? I just want y'all to know, just stay into the word. Get your Bible, King James Version, and this is what it is. Just read it. And when you get to Deuteronomy 27, 28, 29, 30, it tells you about the curses. That's why everybody talking about they mess up their car. No. And this, like I tell the Caucasians, I say, you have American Indian in you. That's why your eyes are open. That's why you see these things, because you're from the 12 tribes. All of the tribes are awakening. All of them are. And some of them are all ganged up together and still not know why this happening. Well, you're supposed to find out. Well, I'm telling you how. You share this video. You are the 12 tribes. And guess what? There are two groups of people that's going into heaven, okay? In the Bible, they never talk to you about it. But in the Bible, the 144 are all virgins. So it's not us. We are what they're going to call, we are called the battle axes. We are the people that are going to reign and destroy the earth. He's going to lift us up, take us out of this body, put us in a new, cleaner body. That's why it's all about you changing yourself, being holy, being clean, because we are like defiled. I mean, like in sexual fornication, adultery, eating pig, pork chops, all different types of meat, shrimp, all the dirty food that we eat. And they keep giving us dirty food to keep us asleep. That's why we're under the sleep spell. But when I came awoke, I started changing my life. I got tired of being like overweight. I got tired of being like having problems with my eating and my health. So I started getting healthier and started eating right and started eating the spinach. And man, once I started eating the spinach and started losing weight, realized that I was on my RH negative. I realized that I realized that I was I realized I'm sorry, y'all. I was trying to text back. I realized that I was top chat. Okay. I just realized that what it was happening, you know what I'm saying? And I realized it was certain things. And I guess what? When you build this relationship with God, or that spirit, because it's a spirit, it connects with you and it tells you who the perps are. It tells you, it told me about the color. And the color is it's not that it's a color code. It's what Satan just put in there. The color is like, it's a warning. It's like if you look up at the live, you got red and black. It's telling YouTube the stuff that they're doing. they're going to be held accountable for. And it's the truth, especially to the black race, especially to the tribe of Israel. And get what I'm trying to tell you. The people of the tribe of Israel, those tribes, you're all poor. You're all a poor. We are all poor. We are workers. The one percenters is the people we work for. We are slaves. And I told y'all, March the 20th, we come out of slavery. And they know this. They display it. They display it on the TV. And the one percenters are Esau kids. They're Edomites. We're descendants of Abraham. We are descendants of Abraham. And guess what? You remember that movie called 300 Sparta? They even lied about that. They was all black. They was all black with like a Dominican descent. And and it's like, I hate to say this, man. Edoms, they really just messed us all up. And they don't want y'all to know the truth. You know? Do the research. Read the Bible. Look up these different names that's in the Bible. They ain't gonna say you're Caucasian. They're not gonna say that you're Indian. They're not gonna say if you Google the 12 tribes of Israel, it's gonna bring up that and then go to image and it's gonna give you a scroll with the tribes and what tribes. Like for instance, if you're Native American Indian, you're gonna be from the tribe of Jad. If you American Black, which they say Negro, you're gonna be from the tribe of Judah. And then when you see people that's in the red and black, they are in warning because of what they're doing to you. When you start seeing them in all red, God finna take them out. So stop worrying about you being defeated and stop worrying about what's happening to you. Start focusing on the Most High. Start focusing on God. It is a spiritual warfare going on. Like literally, we are in a spiritual warfare. Literally, you know. And I'm sorry. I'm not against I'm not against the gay community, but this is what is mostly attacking us. And it's the truth. You're gonna see them attack you because it's a spirit. It's not them. It's a spirit. A lot of these black men and these Edomites, they have usually red hair, red beards. Those are Esau. They're Edomites. They're red. They are attacking us. It's the truth, you know. And I'm on here giving y'all this for free. I'm not asking for no donation because if you depend on the Most High, if you depend on Him, He gives you your daily bread. Like I was on a bus accident, y'all. I'm finna get paid, but they're gonna try to do something to short my money. Take the blessing, because this year, y'all need to get prayed up and start to learn how to fast. Google it. It'll teach you how to fast. When you fast and pray, you get anointed. That gives you your power. It keeps you from getting sick. And the next show I do is gonna be, I'm gonna show you what I do to stay healthy. And share this and subscribe. Share it. It's the truth. Do the research, you know. The tribe of Judah. If you was born in America and you're black, you are Egyptian descent. Your ancestors were Egyptians. They was the people that Moses led away. It was all of us. It was all the tribes together. When you watch the Ten Commandments, the show, it shows you that. When you watch, and then the Bible, when you see the word that or the word thou, it's talking about thoth. Because everything is about changing your mind. Because when they do, like I should have showed you that, they know me. They know like y'all, and I'm gonna tell you something. The Edomites are the ones they think you supposed to be scared of them. You know, I know they got a lot of people scared, but don't be scared of the Edomites. You gonna know them. And like I got on one guy, he was an Israelite, and a lot of the Israelites, you know, we are Israelites, but a lot of the Israelites, they're not gonna make it either, because God say we don't supposed to be pointing the finger or saying that, God is going to kill the white race. No, he's not. Like I said, Esau, Edomites, they've been raping all our generations, all our ancestors, all of them. That's why you have white Caucasian people with their eyes open, because they're part Indian. They're part Indian. That's what it is. Then you got the people that's over the seas, that's in their communities. These communities, your job is to go to the Congress, change the world. We have to convince them. That's our jobs. And no, don't get mad at the LGBT community. Just tell them they're wrong. Just tell them that they're wrong. I'm gonna tell you, it's a spirit. My sister was gay. When she read Revelation, it scared it out of her. It's a spirit. They don't know this because it's been put in our minds, and they're color programming it. Just like that, when you watch TV, you getting programmed on TV. It's got black men with white women, and it's got white women with black men, and these women are handlers. They are Esau women. And the men, the white men that's marrying the black races, the black women, they're Esau, vice versa. Okay, we are a tribe. Our tribe is allowed to marry within these tribes. Israel, the tribe of Israel, we are not allowed to marry an Indian or a Mexican or Aztec, but we cannot marry outside of our tribe, because it's not going to hold up with us. It's not. You're going to try to find you a handler that's going to treat you like a piece of what for the rest of your life, and you're going to sit there and be in bondage for the rest of your life. Do not be afraid of these people. Just let them be. If they want to sit in front of your house, you can't call the police. My brother's the police. Now, he's not going to let them attack me. He'll take them to jail, and they know the rules. As long as they're not hurting you, don't worry about them. But put cameras on your house. I got one right now, building 2, and they're well hidden. So, but I know who's doing what they're doing to me, and God say love them. Don't be naive though. Make sure they step to you before you step to them. If you bagging yourself up and they're approaching you, if you have to buy you a miniature camera to keep on you, buy it. It's proof. But it is what it is. The lights on the car is programming you. God bless y'all, man. And stay prayed up. And learn who you are. This is about you. I was a sinner all my life. I fornicated. You might not been that person. You might have been a rich person. You might have had money, and just give God one day out of the week. That's the Sabbath. That's Saturday. That's Friday afternoon to, whatever time Friday afternoon to the next Saturday afternoon. You give him that whole day with no TV, no nothing, and I promise you, you will be blessed. It says it in the Bible. God bless y'all.